Hey guys, welcome back to another series of this filmic journey. I know it's a little bit late, I think about a week late than I'm supposed to actually post a video. Bear in mind with me, guys, it's been a long heck of a week, and I was trying actually to also vlog in the same time, which is not a good idea. I will still try to do my best, but anyways, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mia. I've been posting for the last couple weeks now regarding my journey and the filmmaking and actually share those information to you. So if that's something that you are interested in learning with me, feel free to subscribe and let's watch until the end. I guess one thing that really popped out to me lately is I noticed that a lot of people have noticed my audio quality on my videos in the last few of them. So I posted 3 videos so far. The last 2 are more likely focused on filmic, and I got one comment that is constantly there, which is talking about is audio. And the funny fact is usually people don't really think about their audio and overlook it. Like it's not that it's important, but here's the truth. Most likely people will forget about your video than your audio. If your audio suck, your videos suck, your stories suck. Try to listen to a film without audio. Try to listen to a film without a music background, and you'll see a big difference because the audio is actually playing a big role when it comes to your film. So today we're gonna more focus on trying to make your audio better, not mostly on your music background. Today we are more likely to talk more about your audio. Either it's a talking audio or just creating a story or voice over. Those kind of audio, we're gonna tackle that today. There was actually one quote that George Lucas said, "Sound is half the pictures." Keep that in mind the entire video today. Most likely, let's first understand the basics of sound or audio in general. I never really thought about this before, but when I studied it, then it makes a lot of sense. So audio is a wave of sound. It's a wave that is transferring from an A and a B. A is the person we're talking or the things that makes the sound, and B is a receiver. So now that we learn about A and B and that sound or audio is a wave, keep in mind that the way how those waves were actually measured is on frequency or hertz. So as a human being, we do actually can hear between 20 to 20,000 kilohertz. And that's a lot, as you think. But that is the range of what human being or you as an audience can hear. Now that we kind of talked about wave, or another word for it is vibration, let's talk deeper a little bit on microphone. Basically, the material that you use to actually capture that wave or vibration from your voice to your device when it comes to filmmaking. So let's dive in a little bit on those microphones. Believe it or not, I learned a lot about this, and I didn't know that there is so many types of microphone and why it does matter. In a professional way, I learned that typical professional microphone is actually capturing around 48 kilohertz. Now there are tons of microphone. Basically, there are 6 basic microphone that you have to learn. There is omnidirectional, bidirectional, cardioid, supercardioid, hypercardioid, shotgun. So those are the 6 that take patterns of vibration when it comes to microphone. With that being said, there are 5 types of microphone that is around those 6 pattern catcher that is usually used when in filmmaking. The first one is omnidirectional. Pretty much as the name sounds, it's omni meaning everywhere. The shape of waves that this microphone is capturing is everywhere around the microphone. This is really good to capture an interview or capturing a sound of a background. If you want those, this is a great for it. But the cons about it is when you are in a loud situation, if you do an interview, then keep in mind that this also take over everything in your background. The second one is cardioid. Cardioid is most likely to pick up the sound that is right in front of the microphone. It is usually used in a podcast. Now that we talked about cardioid, the other microphone that usually you see either on a YouTuber cameras or basically in filming in general is called shotgun. This shotgun is a really narrow microphone, and the microphone itself is placed at the back of that microphone. So the shape of the wave that this microphone is receiving is only at the tip, on both sides a little bit, and at the back. This is used usually on filming, or you can also see it on, they call it boom mic, which they put it on top and they have a pole and put it on top when on filming. There is a specific place to put this microphone if you want to get a good sound out of it. The fourth one is dialogue. Dialogue is similar to shotgun. The difference is instead of having the microphone at the back, the microphone is placed at the tip of the microphone. These types of microphone usually used in an interview that is indoor, so it gets targetedly mostly at the sound of that specific person when they do an interview on site. This kind of microphone is great in reducing echo, but you don't really see this often. Not in film, but more likely in more professional ways. That's they usually use it. So if you don't have a budget, this is not a must-have. And the last one is wireless. Wireless is really famous nowadays, that is used everywhere. I actually right now using a wireless right here, capture on my clothes, because it's so useful. I don't need to think about, oh, there is a cord, do the microphone capture enough, because this is close enough to my voice that it does capture clear voice to the camera. The only thing that you have to be aware when it comes to wireless is they are omnidirectional, meaning that they're gonna take as much sound as possible, unless they do have what they say a voice isolation technique. There are a few of them that is really popular right now. I do not have the budget for you, and I got this from Temu. I'm gonna be really straight for you guys. I got this from Temu. I think it's a nice microphone as right now. Over time, if I have enough money, then I will get more better. Or if they want to sponsor me on this video, I would love to get sponsored. It's over $300. I don't have that budget. So I'm sticking with what I can afford right now and try my best to make the best out of it. So those are the 4 microphones that you guys have to have a knowledge of and maybe use them in a different scenarios. Again, here's this. Omnidirectional, this is also called as lapel, all the small mics that you see on people's when they clip it and there is a little bit of wire with it. They used it a lot as well. Those are omnidirectional. We do have cardioid. We learn about shotgun. We learn about dialogue and wireless. And as I mentioned, this depends on the scenario or the scene that you want to create. Depend on that, then use them accordingly. Now, if you made it this far, then thank you very much. And a subscribe would be nice, because that helps a lot of people to actually watch my videos and help other people to actually learn of things that you learned here today. And talking about that, as I mentioned before, I want to shout out to any subscribers that was from previous videos. There are over 10 people that I really thankful. I won't be able to spell every single name, and to be real, I don't want to mess up anybody's name. Feel free to check on their channel. I'm gonna pop them, every one of them, right here right now. Feel free to check on their channel, and if you are subscribing, then comment down below that you are subscribed. And how do you like my video so far? What do you think of the audio so far right now? Comment it down below. Oh, one more thing, for people that actually subscribe and comment on those videos that my audio is not as good, please be more specific. What should I work for? I do my research, but you probably hear a little bit better than I do, and I like those feedback. Sometimes it hurts, but I think it's a learning journey for me. So I would love you to give the full feedback. That would be awesome. Now that we learned about all microphone and so on and so on, I think one thing that we need to tackle right now is tips of actually recording a nice audio that I learned. Doesn't mean that I'm professional and making it good. I may even making it worse right now, but here's the tips that I learned and I want to share it to you guys. Having a nice gear microphone doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna have a good audio. The first one, I think, is the basics, which is actually prepping for your location. Most people do not really prep, they just go and end up having really bad audio. When it comes to prepping, there are a few things that you could do. One of them will be clapping. Oh, you moly. Anyways, that is just determine if the room has some echo, so you actually can prep the room when you actually going to record. There is some echo, but not as bad, because my bedroom is really big. There are a few furniture already that I can put in here. There is a bed and stuff, so that kind of breaks in on my echo. The other way is using as well a blanket. So this blanket is black and white. You can use it as a reflector, but also as to reduce when you do a record. When it comes to prep as well, if you really have a really bad echo in a situation, or let's say in a really loud public place, the other way as well is actually doing a voiceover. Most people will recommend you, if you do not have a small tight room, is to use your car. Your car is really compact and usually do not have that much of an echo for your voiceover, so you can do that using your phone or use your microphone, so you get best of what you have. The second one would be record the place where you are going to film without you talking. This kind of be useful when it comes to post editing, so you have this background and cancel it with your voice, so you got a clear voice later down the road. The third one is about the same situation. Grab the sounds of specific objects in the room that you want to make your audio like more real. You don't want to have a fake sound in your video. You don't want to make it sound like too processed. So for example, take a audio of a clock, take an audio of a fan. You can get these sound effects as well on, like, for example, Artlist, but might as well just capture that on site so you have the real voice. The fourth tip, place your microphone as close as possible to the subject or to yourself. For me, I'm using the microphone just because if I do move to a different place, it's going to help me very, very much, and I don't have to worry about how far I am away from the microphone of my phone. Oh, by the way, I'm recording all of this with my phone. I'm just doing an experience right now. Most of recommendation when it comes to microphone, if you do not have a wireless, but use like shotgun or those different microphones that we use, cardioid ones or boom mic, then you probably should place those as close as possible, but they usually advise 3.5 inches away from your mouth. And kind of like going toward your mouth. So when you talk, it's directly to the mic. Now, this is different depending on the situation. If you are doing a podcast, they don't really matter. You can put it right on your mouth. You can get as clear sound as possible, and no echo and no background noise and so on. Fifth one is something that I never really thought about, but I think it's the most important one, is actually if you have a possibility of checking or your level of audio, then do that. The best range of audio when you do actually recordings is between -6 to -12 dB. So that is where your audio should be ranged on when you actually record. That is the advised range of audio. Now, not everybody do have the possibility of checking their audio. For example, me right now, I can't because I use in my phone. There is some monitor, but I don't have all of those access. And to be real, maybe one day I would, but right now I'm sticking with what we have. Again, we're going cheap. With my camera though, I could do that with my personal camera because it has a flip screen and I can check on the level of my audio. So that's what I do usually with my camera. But again, I'm using my phone right now. So when you can, feel free and pretty much use your audio metrics to make sure it's between -6 or -12 dB. All right, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you for watching until the end. If you made it this far, well, comment down below. It's gonna be rare because this is a long ass video. Again, guys, I'm sorry it took this long to me for actually upload a new video. It takes a little bit longer, and now that I'm pregnant and getting late, to be real, guys, I'm getting tired more often, but I'm trying my best to still stick at least uploading once a month. Anyways, have a good time. Have a good time, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.